This initiative it's a celebration of 50 years of Italian archaeological mission in Cyprus. The presence of the Italian archaeological mission started in 1970s when Professor Karagiordis, at the time the director of the Department of Antiquities, invited the Italian Centro Nazionale per le Ricerche to participate in archaeological activity here in Cyprus.
And in 1970, thanks to the director of the Antiquities, Vassos Karagiorgis, a joint expedition of the Italian CNR, the National Council of Research, and the Department of Antiquities of Cyprus was established in order to investigate an area of the necropoli, of the late Bronze Age necropoli in the area of Paleocastro in Agia Erini.
So, I participated to the mission of Agia Erini. At the time, we were excavating a small town mentioned in Tabula Petingeriana like Melabron, under the direction of Lorenzo and Stefanella Quilici for the small town, and for the necropolis by Paolo Emilio Pecorella and Luigi Rocchetti.
It was a fantastic occasion to establish a cultural relation with Cyprus. 50 years after, the Italian Embassy in Cyprus would like to celebrate this fantastic collaboration and pay tribute to all the men and women that worked in Cyprus since.
There are synergies between us. I believe that we have this common past with Italy and common future. And this is how I believe that work has to be done, not only on the scientific part, but also on the level of the humans.
When they found in 1993 a special tomb not far from here, in the tomb of a blacksmith, a coppersmith. A fantastic tomb, full of objects and full of vases. And so I recognized that it was in connection with the production of copper. So I decided to find the house of this person. And because I knew at the time Maria Gicosti, I involved her in my crazy idea to find a house. So, and I went on alone on Pyrgos, involving, of course, my colleagues of CNR, and moving to Etablissi CNR, the technician for the archaeometry and the laboratory investigations, and many other things. And we found something which was really in connection with the coppersmith house, but it's the coppersmith workshop, not the house.
The MPM survey project was initiated in 2010 for various reasons, ranging from academic to reasons touching international politics. It is a well-motivated and lively team. Coming from various backgrounds and experiences, the team is gradually adapting to the Cypriot microcosm and is entering the fascinating world of Cypriot archaeology.
So what has been important is we did geophysics prospection, we did with the drone also remote sensing. And that's been important because we found a continuity. This site is starting from Neolithic period up to the medieval church that you see today. MPM project started since the beginning as a territorial study of the landscape, the archaeological landscape, historical landscape, but also geomorphological landscape, which is an important main topic in this territory.
The contribution of Italian archaeologists in Cyprus is great, and I've only mentioned the ones that I have worked with and I consider my friends, but of course there are many more already from the late 60s, 70s until today. Italian archaeologists bring to Cyprus their own expertise Italy has one of the most important backgrounds and bases for archaeology. And what makes the Italian teams stand out is the interdisciplinarity of their studies and the fact that they combine colleagues and bring together colleagues from many institutions in Italy with great expertise, and through their collaboration between them and with Cypriot colleagues, they bring to light important information about Cypriot archaeology. And over the years, we had many students who have come here on Erasmus exchange, but most importantly, we have sent many of our students in Erasmus exchange to Italian universities. Even last year, during the COVID crisis, we had a couple of students there.
I'm Dimitris Michailidis. I'm the excavator of the site here, known as the House of Orpheus. The House of Orpheus, in fact, is the latest phase of a series of buildings here, going back to the late 4th, early 3rd century before Christ.
Our aim here is to give an idea how the house was in antiquity. So we study these elements, architectonical elements, capitals, cornices, and so forth.
I'm studying the architectural decoration of this complex and trying to understand the evolution of fashions and styles, and also how the history of this place changed through architectural decoration. I like very much this experience, this working experience here. Well, Paphos is a marvelous place because it has such a rich history and obviously marvelous natural landscape.
È un forte desiderio di internazionalità, di collaborazione tra l'Italia e Cipro. Quindi devo dire che non ci saremmo potuti trovare meglio. La burocrazia è ridotta al minimo, l'aiuto invece è massimo, l'attenzione allo studio e la pubblicazione di quanto noi consegniamo altrettanto. Ricordo che i primissimi anni di scavo, accanto allo scavo c'era una casetta di 2 vecchietti che ogni giorno alle 11, quando facevamo la pausa ed eravamo stanchi perché comunque faceva caldo, ci portavano l'acqua e la frutta ed eravamo 40 persone. Tutti ci aiutavano in qualche modo, anche semplicemente portandoci l'acqua ghiacciata quando sullo scavo c'era molto caldo. Vi ripeto, per noi ormai la nostra seconda casa, non ne potremmo più fare a meno.
Middle Bronze Age, especially the end of Middle Bronze Age, is a very interesting transitional, let's say, phase. I don't like so much the term transitional, but anyway, it's a phase just before the growing up of the urban phenomenon in Cyprus, the emergence of cities, of towns. And what we have in the Middle Bronze Age is a network of sites deeply related in terms of exchanges, of cultural and material exchanges. In Italy, there's a sort of small niche of Cypriot archaeology in the university. We are few in university where the Cypriot archaeology is like a course for the students. And in Pisa, for example, where Giampaolo Graziadio has a long tradition of Cypriot studies, and in Venice, and in Torino, and now in Siena. And all the students involved, many of them were really wanted to come to have fieldwork in Cyprus, and the majority of them were really related to this kind of studies, and then keep on studying and went to the PhD and postdoc and so on. And this is a kind of new level of collaboration between Italy and Cypriot institutions. And for example, a good example is the summer school we organize in cooperation with the Fivos Stavridis Foundation in Larnaca, and which is established since 5 years.
I would also describe that we have the actual
contribution by the physical presence of several of our colleagues at the Andreas Pitas laboratories, where we have 4 Italian colleagues working with us closely day to day, contributing their knowledge in archaeology and cultural heritage. But also what is important is that being in Cyprus, our focus on the influence of Italian art, particularly during the medieval and the early modern period in Cyprus and the broader region, as well as the relationship between Cyprus and Italy, whether at the level of the exchange of art, artistic objects, the trade, the remnants of Italian travelers and also Venice in Cyprus are of great importance. One of the distinct characteristics of our Italian colleagues here, and one I've always talked about how I feel that Italian researchers coming to Cyprus, they are here to truly contribute and they devote themselves. They love the island. I'm always amazed by how familiar they are with Cyprus, how much they like being here, and in general, their presence as part of our group in our institute and in Cyprus in general is tremendously important, and at the same time generous with their time. They truly share their knowledge, their expertise. They also learn Greek, and I would say that I think that this highlights this historical and long relationship between Cyprus and Italy, and these young researchers truly are ambassadors of this reality.
We have common goals, common needs, and we have to collaborate, and we will collaborate, and it's with great pleasure that I say this. Last but not least, I would like to refer to the initiative, to this very important initiative of the ambassador of Italy here in Cyprus, and say that His Excellency, the Ambassador of Italy, Mr. Andrea Cavallari, is one of the best collaborators that I ever had here in Cyprus, and a great friend. A big thank you to Andrea and his wife, Caterina. I will miss him greatly. I hope that I wouldn't be in this position to say a goodbye. It's not a goodbye. It's see you again, I would say.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
The work of the Italian missions abroad has been based on a close collaboration with the local institutions. With them, we have been working to highlight a common cultural heritage. We want to preserve it, we want to protect it, we want to restore it and to make it available to the general public.